Good morning, I'm Nika. It's Monday morning. We're gonna start our morning off with a dynamic stretch class. Just 20 minutes, get your body moving. The difference between a dynamic stretch and static stretching is dynamic is when you are taking a muscle group through a range of motion. So we're not spending so much time just holding in one place, but we're getting movement. This is really great early in the morning to get the body warmed up, or before you go on a run, spinning, cycling, whatever you're gonna do, playing your sport. Dynamic stretching is a great way to warm up. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna start seated. You're gonna start in a Z position, or kind of a 90-90. My left knee is forward, my right knee is to the side. Depending on how tight you are in the hips, that right hip may be more or less off the ground. That's totally fine. If you feel that you're all the way over here and you can't sit upright, just give yourself a pillow, a book, a block, just to help give you a little bit of leverage to be a little bit more upright. Otherwise, take your hands on your knees and keeping your upper body kind of quiet. We're gonna isolate this right hip and we're gonna press it forward and then draw it down and back. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Keep going. Now, as I'm pressing up, I'm keeping the length of my torso, and as I'm pressing down, I'm trying to create space. I'm pushing this down and creating length and lifting up through my rib cage. 2 more, lift and lower. 1 more, lift and lower. We're just starting with the hips and lower body. Now, anchoring this hip down, my right hand comes to the right leg here. Left arm up and overhead, and then we can come back down over to the other side, reaching long, pressing the hip away. Coming up, reach, lengthen, getting movement through both sides of the body, and then 1 more each side. Reach, lengthen, lift, and then other side. And then coming all the way back up, we're gonna switch legs. So flip the legs around, and then same thing. You're going to notice that one side will be a little tighter than the other. That's totally fine and completely normal. Now we're gonna press that left hip. We're gonna inhale, press up. Exhale, draw it down, lengthen the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now, the tightness may feel like it's in a different spot depending on where you're tighter in that leg. So, for instance, on this left side, I feel a little bit more inside towards my inner thigh than I do my outer hip, versus my right side was more my outer hip. It's gonna be different, totally fine. Just be aware of that and see how that feels. 2 more here. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. 1 more, inhale, and exhale, draw it down. Now taking a moment here, keep pressing the hip down and lengthen the spine up. Then your left hand comes down to the left, right arm out. You're gonna press out, lengthen, lift up and over, and then come back down, reach the other way. So we're going through ranges of motion and seeing how that feels, opening up the side of the body. Now, if taking your arm overhead for whatever reason is too much, you can just go across, and it's gonna feel a little bit different, but you'll still get that movement. 1 more, and then overhead. Nice job. We're gonna make our way to laying on our back. So you're gonna flip your knees around, and we're gonna switch over and get your stretch band or towel nearby. You're gonna come down onto your back. So you're on your back here, okay? First thing we're gonna do is just some pelvic tilts. We're gonna get some movement in the hips. So feet are flat, knees are bent. You're gonna inhale. When you exhale, tuck the pelvis. Inhale, arch and release. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, arch. So we're opening up the lower back and opening up the hips. And you're gonna feel, especially early in the morning, maybe a little tightness in the back or the front of the hips. You don't need to overdo it. Let your body adjust into it. 2 more. And 1 more. And then back to center. Going into articulated bridging, I count this into my dynamic stretches because it's stretching and warming up the back in a nice, healthy way. Arms come down, you're gonna inhale. When you exhale, tuck the pelvis, slowly roll your hips up, and it opens up the front of the thighs at the top. Inhale at the top, exhale, articulate down, which for a lot of us, especially if you're at a desk all day, driving, the thighs get really tight. Inhale up, exhale back down. So it's nice to stretch that out. 4 more, rolling up. Inhale, exhale, back down. 3 more, lift. And lower. And 2 more, up. And then back down. Notice I'm just working through range of motion. I'm articulating through my spine, 1 vertebra at a time, just letting the muscles of the body warm up through movement all the way back down. Now this is where you're gonna grab your stretch band or towel. I'm gonna take that band on top of my right foot. My left knee can stay bent or the leg can straighten. Elbows come down by my sides. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend the knee into my chest, hold it here, then push through my heel to try to straighten the leg. Bend, exhale, straighten. Bend, push through the heel and straighten. Now if you have the flexibility, you can straighten the other leg out. When I first start out, because it's early and everything's really tight, I like to keep that other knee bent until I'm a little bit looser. 2 more, exhale up. Think of pushing up through that heel, 1 more. And on the next one, lift up and hold it. So you're gonna hold here, anchor your tailbone down. Now you're gonna think about the calf and the ankle. So we're gonna point the foot, flex back. Point and flex. 8, 7, shoulders stay relaxed this whole time. 6, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now my toes are pointed. This time I'm gonna do little leg circles, trying to keep my left hip stable. So now we're drawing a little bit more into that hip socket, working into that synovial fluid. Exhale, and then reverse, other direction. Anchor that left hip down, let your leg come up and around. 3, 2, hold it. Now flex your foot, push into your heel. You're gonna draw the leg down and then lift back up. Now be mindful not to hyperextend your knee if that's something you may do. So you might keep a micro bend in that knee. As that right hamstring loosens up, you can slide that left leg out to give you a little bit more range of motion and stretch. Exhale, lift. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Now hold this right leg up. So we're not done with it, but we're gonna hold it up here. Okay, you can hold it with both hands still. You're gonna inhale. When you exhale, lift the left leg up. Now you're gonna inhale here, exhale, draw that left leg down. So now you have some core work, and then lift. 9, but you're still working and stretching out the hamstrings at the same time. 8, lift and lower. 7, 6, exhale. 5. You want your pelvis nice and stable this whole way. 4, 3, keep drawing your toes towards you. 2, and 1. Lift the leg back up. You're gonna slide your left foot in instead. Right knee bent. So now my left leg is up, my tailbone is anchored down, elbows by my side. I'm gonna inhale, bend the knee into my chest. Exhale, press through the heel to straighten. Now if this side's tighter, you may notice that you can't straighten the leg all the way. That's totally fine. You just wanna warm up that range. Exhale for 4. Inhale, bend. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. And 1. Hold it up here. Now the ankle and calf. Point and flex. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Now, when you're doing this, try to get full range of motion. So when I point my toes, I'm actually pointing through the whole foot. And when I flex back, I'm pushing through my heel, but letting my toes come back towards me. So you really want to work that range. One more. Now flex and hold, draw through the heel, lower the leg, lift it up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. My right knee is still bent. I'm probably going to straighten that leg out in just a second, but noticing if this side's tighter, I may choose to keep the knee bent. Lift, 3 more, up, 2, 1 more. Now keep that leg lifted, point the toes, small circles, anchoring that right hip. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 10, 9. Keep reaching up as you circle, and my toes of my right leg are pointing up or my knee is bent. 3, 2, 1. Now flex the foot, push the heel up, lift the right leg up. Inhale, exhale, lower. 2, 3, and 4, 5. Keep the shoulders relaxed. 6, 7. You get that sense of them pulling away from each other. 8, 2 more, 9, and 1 more, and 10. Now you're going to take your right leg into the band. Get a little bit of space in the feet. You can lower your legs slowly, legs straight, arms straight. Flex your feet back. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, chin to chest, articulate all the way up. So you've come all the way up. You can choke up on the band. Let yourself bend the elbows, come forward. Arms go out, roll down. You can slide up and down that band. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. And up and over. And then just one more. Inhale. And exhale, rolling up. Choke up on the band. Come up and over. And then you're going to gently pull forward. 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. 3. We're not bouncing. We're just letting ourselves come forward with the breath. 2. And 1. Come all the way back up. Nice job. So still in that idea of some dynamic stretch and movement, we want to get into the upper back a little bit. So coming on hands and knees, we're going to do a little bit of cat-cow, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders, neutral spine here. You're going to inhale. When you exhale, think of that same articulation. Tuck the pelvis, roll through the spine to round, push everything away. Inhale, uncurl one vertebra at a time. Let everything sink down, open the chest. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, roll up. Inhale, and then articulate. Drop the chest, drop the belly, lift open. 3 more, roll through the spine, tuck that tail under. And then uncurl. 2 more. And down. And 1 more. And back down. Now from here, we're gonna hip hinge. So hands under the shoulders, knees are still under the hips. So I'm in neutral. I have this little space in my low back, and I'm gonna hinge back. So I'm only going so far back that my butt doesn't tuck under, and then I press forward. So I'm warming up a little bit more in that hip range of motion. Exhale, which is really important to keep the hips awake and mobile and strong through the day, especially for posture and staying out of back pain. 2 more. And 1 coming back up. Now from here, we're gonna take our right arm and it's gonna go right under our left. But first I want you to take that left arm forward and it can go slightly center. You're gonna shift your weight back, you're gonna inhale, slide it under, open, and then come back up, reach up. And then go under for 2. Come back up, rotate up. And then 1 more, go under for 3. And then come back up, twist and open, and then switch sides. Right arm goes forward. I'm shifting my weight back. I slide under, I look under that arm, and then I rotate away for 1. Slide under, look under your arm, rotate away for 2. And then 1 more, slide under, look under the arm, and rotate away for 3. Sit back on your heels. Okay. Last one is a bookend stretch. We're gonna open up that upper back. So you're gonna lie on your left side, come towards the front edge of your mat, arms go out in front. Okay, so you can either have your arms in front, or sometimes it's nice to take that left hand on the left thigh, or on the right thigh, so we know the legs aren't moving. We're gonna inhale, open up, and then exhale, close. And then again, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And then 1 more, inhale, open, hold it for a few seconds here. Take a couple of deep breaths into the outside. And think of this, if my left hand is on my right thigh, I'm gonna inhale, and when I exhale, I'm gonna try to pull away a little bit more. I'm gonna inhale, release, exhale, pull away. 1 more, inhale, release, exhale, pull away, and then make my way back over. Switching sides, going on to that right side. Same thing, come to the front edge of the mat, arms out in front, or you can take that right hand on your thigh, left arm comes up. This side may feel totally different. Open out. Go to the front and twist and open for 2. Go to the front. Take your time through this range of motion. 1 more. And go over. Now hold here. Now it's that same idea. So if I'm pressing into my thigh, I'm going to get this push-pull feeling. I'm going to press and then release. Keeping the knees on top of each other, press open and then release. 1 more, press open and then release. Come all the way back over. Making your way back up to your seated position for the last thing here. Legs go straight out in front. Slight bend of the knees. We're gonna get our spine twist. Arms come out to the sides. We're gonna inhale, rotate, exhale, reach pinky finger to pinky toe for 1, 2, and 3. Come back up. Inhale, rotate, exhale, reach 1, 2, and 3. Again, each side. Inhale, exhale for 1, 2, 3. Other side. Inhale, exhale, reach. Now both arms are reaching away. 1 more each side, reach, rotate, pull that other arm behind you. Last time, other side, 2, and 3. Back to center. 1 quick spine stretch forward. Walk those hands forward. They can go on your toes, round the back. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly make your way all the way up to a seated position. That's it. You did it. You got through 20 minutes, dynamic stretching. Your body should feel nice and warm and ready to go for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Fitscope, and I'm Nika, and I will see you soon.